Okay, guys, Rat King, personally, one of my favorite heroes, ever since Dota 1, Lorik. Always liked playing him, really great ult. You got inbuilt crits, inbuilt lifesteal. This is even buffed here, right? Compared to Dota 1, this even gives you skeletons. In Dota 1, it's only heal, so that's even buffed. Shard is also crazy good. It just always kind of keeps your ult guaranteed to be activated. There's always gonna be anti-mage or maybe Lancer or maybe Siren. Anybody that does the crazy mana burns, right? You'll never have to worry when you get a shard. So before, like in Dota 1, you would always have to carry Soul Ring. You'll have to wait and then pop the Soul Ring just before you die, so you get the guaranteed life back, right? Here you just buy the shard. So keep in mind, it's definitely never needed almost, unless there's a mana burn here in their team or somebody that made Diffusal. If not, you can just keep the shard. That's pretty much it about the shard. But yeah, keep that always in mind if there's a hero with mana burn. So with the boots, I always go phase boots. You're gonna be chasing people. You need to hit them with a very low cooldown on crit, 4 seconds. So the best way to do that is to have the shortest path to any hero. They start running, there's your wave, there's enemy's wave, there's heroes in front of you. You don't have a blink yet, or whatever, blink is on cooldown. Phase boots, straight line and hit them. That is the best option. I don't like anything except phase boots on Rat King. It's also nice damage bonus, gives you armor even. Definitely the only option for me, phase boots. Now there's some smaller items in the beginning, right? There's Echo Saber. It can be pretty great to have a double attack. Wait for the next crit. So you do the crit, you do the second attack, you're hitting. They kind of proc almost at the same time. It's a double normal hit and then the crit, normal hit, crit. It can be a good value. It gives you strength and damage anyways, some attack speed. Can't go wrong with this. Completely optional, of course. Some people, of course, don't even never make this. They go for Armlet. Armlet is also amazing for Red King, especially because there's a huge damage, crit and then heal, right? So you get all of the health back. Also the heals become much bigger, right? There's a crit, bonus damage, and then all of the heal, right? Because of when you press this, damage just goes up. Although Armlet is always a tricky item. People that get the best value out of this is that they practice it a lot. It's not just item that you make and then, okay, I'm gonna turn it on and fight. That's also pretty great, but the best value is when you really know how to use it, like to abuse the item. It can save you a lot of times, and when I play against Red Kings that know how to abuse the Armlet, it's a big pain to kill them, especially it's literally same like with Lifestealer. Lifestealer players that know how to abuse Armlet. It's extremely annoying to try and kill them. So yeah, those are the options for early. You want to make these. You don't have to make any of those as well, right? You can just skip the Armlet, you can just skip the Echo Saber, you can just make Desolator, right? You can skip all of these if you want. Nothing wrong will happen, nobody will flame you or anything. You can just go straight Desolator. It's nice damage, it's armor reduction, goes with all of this, with the heal. Yeah, definitely an item that's fine to make. Oh yeah, also I forgot one of the early ones. You can also rush Hand of Midas. Usually I kind of always skip this item whenever here. I never like this item very much. It's a lot of money to dump for some gold every, like what, 90 seconds? It's not that great for me, but in this guy's case, it's attack speed and he kinda needs that attack speed anyways. It's not a bad idea to make this. So there's like, I would say like 3 options: Midas, Echo Saber, or Armlet. I would kind of choose between these, however you want to go. So let's just go in this case with Armlet. Let's say we made Armlet, right? Second item can be Desolator, or not. You can just skip it. Your second item can be Blink. with Red King, blink is really important. Because any like enemy support, any low health target, enemy carry maybe, especially early, even in late game, you just kind of want to blink on them, do the stun, and then do really big. This guy actually hits like a truck. When Red King blinks on you and stuns you, you're gonna get some big damage on you. He's gonna hit like a truck before you can even stop him. So having a blink and being able to just blink right next to him, immediately stun them, moral strike them, 4-second cooldown, right? Maybe their team just don't really see them being attacked immediately. They're kind of stuck with you, so you're just gonna keep chasing. You can also summon skeletons with this. Skeletons are also attacking them. Blinking to overwhelming blink, of course, later on. Also really amazing. Extra health, extra damage. So I always get the blink. Blink is a must. All of this is kind of optional, but blink, phase boots, kind of always what I get. Another really mandatory item I'd say is Black King Bar, because you guess it right, you're a right click hero. You have a 4-second crit and big damage. You gotta be able to attack. If you can't attack, let's say you have this loses the whole value, you're just sitting there getting your health burned. You're not using even bonus damage from phase boots, you're not using mortal strike, you're not healing back continuously. So Black King Bar, even against a simple, let's say they have a horrible combo pick, even against the slightest slow, it's just better to have it. Because they can just kite you around. You don't want to get kited as a right click hero. You need to jump there, kill him, get out. I mean, even die if you need, but you have a second life. You can just die, I guess. But that's like the whole value of this. Let's say you just blink in, you do not press this, you just kind of try to hit and tank, you die, and then on the reborn you press the Black King. So they kind of now in a even bigger trouble because they spent a lot of health, resources, spells, right, to kill the first time. Now you're reborn, you have this, to cast it immediately, it's even worse for them now, right? So Black King is definitely an item that you need to make. Assault, always you need attack speed. Doesn't have to be assault, it can be just hyperstone. You don't need to rush the armor. You don't care about armor, by the way. Although the armor reduction effect is really nice. Let's say if you have Desolator, finishing assault is much more appealing then, right? Because now it's 11 armor reduction. So this armor reduction plus this can be really nice. You can just delete people out of the face of the earth. So finishing assault is always an option. One item that I forgot. People like to rush as the first one, actually. I forgot to mention it, even though it's a really big one. People sometimes just like to rush Radiance. Now, this completely depends, and yeah, I forgot to mention, we're talking about safe lane Red King. We're not talking about off laner. So, safe lane build. Some people like rushing Radiance. Now, let's say you rush Radiance, you're not going to be able to do much in early fights. You're not really farming that effectively because even the single piece is too much gold, and it takes 2 pieces, right? But any of those pieces doesn't give you any AoE farming options. So you're really like you're not really effectively farming that much because there's nothing that helps you. Like there's no Battle Fury, there's no Maelstrom. So yeah, I see, like, you're not really useful in fights, you're not really farming that effectively towards this. So for me it was always kind of risky, really risky going this as first. I kind of want to get something that's more immediate value, that kind of gives me stats, enables me to farm easier, I can fight earlier. It was always for me just better at least get one small item and then get Radiance. Or even skip Radiance completely until you get, let's say, boots, one smaller item, blink, and then Radiance. Then you get to feel the real value of an item like this, because you can also chase people, right? And you can stay longer in the fight. You're much more harder to kill. So that's when I like making Radiance after a couple of items usually. Or I just completely skip it. Now, there's some big. So I call like utility item. So monkey, of course, as usual, if there's Phantom Assassin, anybody with Butterfly. immediately get monkey. If you don't want to get monkey and there's nobody to kind of break their passive or break the butterfly, then you're missing huge amount of damage, missing all the mortal strikes. It's almost 300 crits that you're missing each hit, buffed by this, let's say, and this is also like strength and damage, which equals both damage because you're strength. You're missing a lot of damage, and maybe Desolator, you're missing a lot of damage if you don't get monkey then. So always keep monkey in mind if there's somebody with nasty miss. One item that people like making also is Silver Edge. That can also work as enabler to try and hit somebody. But I never make this. I really don't like this item. I have Blink. I have 2 lives. Why do I need to run around in invisibility, right? I need to let them know I'm there. Actually, they need to see me. They need to like fear the hero. They need to fear my items. I don't want to run around in being invisible and then like somebody places a nasty eye somewhere I ward and I'm like clueless and I just walk into disables, I die, waste my whole life. It's better to just be more careful and then blink in and fight than to waste money on this, in my opinion. And then if you want to make this to be like a breaker for any evasion, just get monkey then. This is much more value for you. It's damage, attack speed, plus more damage if it procs. And it's always, you don't have to attack out of invisibility to break. Break always works. One item also that can be useful regardless, Bloodthorn. You can make Bloodthorn just to make Bloodthorn. As usual, you can blink on enemy supports, or one support, silence the support, it's crit, they're silenced, it's attack speed also, which you always need. You quickly kill one support, you can maybe even save the stun, or maybe use the stun, whatever, but then if anybody like the second support or their offlane or anybody tries to attack you, you have the blacking bar ready, right? Always like how I like to combo them. Blink, eliminate one quickly with this, save your blacking. Once the guy dies quickly, they're gonna notice you, and then you press the blacking and continue fighting. So you can kind of single-handedly, if you're fast enough or if the space is good enough for you, you can pretty easily deal with both of the supports without them being to disable you at all. There's a lot of options. Silence one, stun the second one, kill the first one. Maybe second one is still alive, use the blacking for the second one, maybe there's some time left and continue fighting. If you die, it's fine, you even have a second life. So that's the value of Bloodthorn. Huge team value as well. Whenever you cast this on anybody, anybody in your team that attacks the target gets the crits on them as well. And everybody can hit them, nobody misses anymore. So yeah, great option to think about. But yeah, this is basically Rat King. Always keep Monkey in mind for those nasty evasion heroes. Anybody makes Butterfly, and that's pretty much it. It's like a nice mix of some utility, and you just blink there and right click, and they're gonna get destroyed no matter what. People hate playing against this guy. It's like, it's not like in the top tier of safe laners, of course, but pretty nasty one, pretty nasty. Let's say look at talents. Talents, of course, it's attack speed. You don't need movement speed. You got your phase boots. You got your blink. Your Silver Edge if you want to make it. Movement speed doesn't matter. You need attack speed. Second one you can choose. I always take the skeletons. This also depends. Maybe you want some extra time on the stun to finish somebody off. But usually skeletons can be a lot more value, especially if you enter the fight with this off the cooldown. But yeah, you can decide. It's not that big of a deal. I like skeletons more though, because shard also gives you skeletons, right? So might be just the bigger value anyways. Okay, the third one, yeah, I would say always cleave. Right, you go for big damage, you have big crits. Why not cleave all that damage to anybody that's close? Especially because you got blink, right? You can just blink a couple of enemy heroes, you hit them both, you crit also splashes, does a nice cleave. It's a free Battle Fury effect, why not take it, right? So yeah, it also clears waves immediately. Farm is even easier with this then. This is all you need if you don't have like Radiance. It's a great thing to have. On the 25th talent, I would say always Moral Strike cooldown. Always right side. This is great. Like you die, everybody gets stunned, but the problem with this is somebody can just solo you. Right? You can be fighting one guy, maybe you're just low health, you're trying to get away, one guy blinks on you, blips on you, whatever he does. You die, your stun only goes to one guy, or maybe two of them. I've never seen this do any actual value. It's always zero, it's horrible. It also implies you need to die to get any value, you don't want to die anyways. This makes the third spell crazy good. It's 2 seconds, 300% crits. If anything is gonna keep you alive, it's that upgrade. Big heals, big crits damage, being able to stun, let's say you can even silence, having blacking. It's pretty much kind of like satanic without ever making satanic. Kind of, it's almost there. It's almost like a free satanic, right? Because you deal so much damage and crit, and it's such a low cooldown, it's almost like a satanic effect. So yeah, that's for the Red King. On the lane, just max these. 1 level of stun. I take level of stun as the first spell just because if there's any fight on the runes, you can get a kill maybe, or you can save somebody. But you can also take Moral Strike as the first spell. But this is kind of the safe one. Maybe you just wanna, you really need to save somebody. Why not use it? You know, First Blood is a lot of gold, and you know, especially you don't wanna give First Blood to the enemy carry. That is the worst option, and this kind of ensures it in a way that at least you can stop First Blood from your team and go for their First Blood, right? Yeah, that's it. Scepter is an option, I would say, more for off-lane build though. There's an off-lane build, it's not the best. But there's always a case, if you want to play off-lane or Red King, you would make something like Scepter, something like Heart, something like Halberd, and then maybe some big damage item. But the theory is that even if he's not the best off-laner, there's always second life. So the main problem is kind of health, but even if you have 2000 health, when you die it's 4000. So this kind of buffs whatever health you have by twice. So that's why I like to play him as an off-laner as well. You just kind of have to adapt him a bit more. He's not the perfect one, but he can definitely be played as an off-laner, because this just doubles your health effectively. So yeah, but this is the safe lane one. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else to add on him. Yeah, so like the Dota Plus says Abyssal Blade. I guess Basher into Abyssal is an option, but he's not agility. Agility is the main attack speed builder, right? He's not agility hero, and he doesn't make agility items. And agility is the main attack speed thing. So for this to be effective, you need some crazy attack speed. You would need at least Assault or at least Hyperstone to get any value out of Basher, I feel like. Or maybe even this, but then it's so much money that, yeah. If you're thinking about Abyssal, I would say after either Assault or something like Bloodthorn. Otherwise, you just won't have attack speed, you won't get the procs, you waste a lot of money, but it's not that effective. So that's my main problem with strength, usually making Abyssals. Strengths don't really make that much, don't build that much attack speed. Or they have an inbuilt bash already, like Slardar. So yeah, that's why I don't like making this at all. I think there's just much better options. But yeah, but that's it. Let's not waste any more time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.